Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that came out to the live stream last night. We had us a good time for the most part. And I just appreciate you guys' support. Now, a lot of times in some of these crime videos I do, or news videos you see me doing, not long after these news videos, depending on the popularity and how much national attention they get, you also sometimes have copycats. I told you before, a lot of times when somebody commits a crime out here, you'll see it popping up, or something very similar to that crime popping up in the next few days or weeks, and then it runs for a while and then it goes away. I guess this situation is no different. Now, we all know that Luigi Mangione, everybody's favorite heartthrob assassin, the guy that's charged with the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, is locked up and he's still in the news. I guess other people didn't code in on the act and thought it would be cute to do the same thing as far as not taking somebody's life, but threatening insurance companies, such as the story we're talking about today. This woman you see up here is Brianna Boston of Lakeland, Florida. This woman is she's locked up with a $100,000 bond, and she faces up to 15 years in prison because she thought it was a good idea, while she's upset with her health insurance agency or whatever who covers her, Anthem Insurance, I think, for her to threaten one of the operators on the phone. Similar to what Luigi Mangione had wrote on several bullet cases, and she says it to these people thinking that was a good idea. Now a dumb behind is in jail and looking crazy as hell. Here's the story.
Our video monitors on CBS News 24/7 now take us back to the state of Florida, where a Florida woman faces charges for threatening an insurance company, allegedly using the same words carved into the bullet casings in the fatal shooting of that United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. CBS News correspondent Manuel Bojorquez joins us now from Miami with more on this story. So walk us through how this played out. Apparently it was over the phone, and how were officials because of that, able to track her down?
Well, Reed, you know, when you call customer service for a big company, there's that message that the call may be recorded. That appears to be what happened in this case, and the employee on the other end of the line thought it was serious enough to report to superiors. They reported it to the FBI. The FBI calls the Lakeland Police Department in Florida. They determine who she is, 42-year-old Brianna Boston. They show up to her house and arrest her. Now, in her defense, according to the police affidavit, she said that she was sorry for using the words that she had heard him on the news. The words, of course, being delay, deny, depose. You people are next, is what police said. She said on that phone call, and they considered that a threat. But she said she doesn't own a gun, and that she apologized, as I said, and does not consider herself to be a danger to anyone. But they didn't really buy that. They said you will be charged. The charge is written threats to conduct a mass shooting or an act of terrorism. She has now appeared before a judge.
So the charge really speaks to the intent voiced in that call, if the allegations are true, rather than the capability to do so, Manny. What now happens with the case now that she has been charged?
Yeah, really, it's going to be up to the prosecution at this point to determine whether they have enough to go for that charge. It's unclear at this point whether she has a private attorney or a public defender, and if she doesn't have a criminal history, whether they may try to do some sort of plea agreement to say, look, she just was speaking out of rage and she's not really a threat, but that all remains to be seen.
Manuel Bojorquez reporting live from Miami, Florida. Thank you so much.
We broke on News Channel 8 about the arrest of a Lakeland woman has sparked debate in the Bay Area and nationwide.
Police say she threatened her health insurance company, but some say that charge is an overreaction. Our Polk County Bureau reporter Stacey DeSilva live in Lakeland with more on the story. She's been talking with some legal experts about this case. So what are they saying, Stacey?
Well, Keith and Jen, this week, just to tell you, Lakeland police arrested Brianna Boston after getting reports from the FBI about a threat. So we did speak to some local attorneys today, and they say that this case is going to come down to not just what she said, but the intent behind it.
I don't think the reasonable person would perceive this as an actionable threat.
Bay Area attorney Gary DePuri is not representing Brianna Boston, but he says the lawyer who is should push for a speedy trial.
This is in the news right now, and people are angry at they're siding with the murderer in New York, which I disagree with. But at this point, that benefits this defendant.
Boston is accused of using language from the alleged United Healthcare CEO killer while on the phone with her insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then said, quote, "You people are next."
Is that juror going to sit back and go, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable threat? I believe if they go to trial as quickly as possible and pick a good jury, they would not be able to convict her.
Boston told police she did not own any firearms. She's facing a charge of written threat to kill or injure, conduct a mass shooting, or an act of terrorism. Some people say she should be protected by the First Amendment.
This statute has already survived scrutiny as far as whether or not it's free speech.
A judge ordered Boston be held on $100,000 bond. Boston's family declined to comment at her home Friday. DePuri says law enforcement has to take action when it comes to threats, but police are just one part of the judicial system.
Usually something like this would end up in a plea agreement where she takes a few classes and anger management classes and things like that.
Now, while Boston's family did decline an interview today, her spouse did reach out to me this afternoon. They want the public to know that the family has not set up any GoFundMe or other crowdsourcing sites, so that if you see any of that, it is fraudulent. Still to come at 6, hear from another attorney who says the language of the statute actually calls this whole case into question. Reporting live in Lakeland, I'm Stacey DeSilva, 8 on your side.
Guys, that's the story of this woman, Brianna Boston from Lakeland, Florida. Species name, Juggernaut copycatus. The worst kind. This woman's stupid as hell. Now, I understood what she did if you sit back and look at the whole thing. She already know that's a hot topic with the CEO of United Healthcare getting killed. So she's sitting up here talking to these people greasy because she's not getting away on the phone or whatever. She thought it would be colorful and cute to say what was said, and they took the threat seriously. Listen, when 9/11 hit, a lot of people got locked up that ain't have nothing to do with terrorism. You know what I'm saying? When I was in affairs, I was locked up with multiple people that threatened people at the airline, got crazy on the plane, that was doing federal bids because they wasn't playing with nobody at any given time when they was trying to sort things out about who was a terrorist in this country and who wasn't. What she did was stupid. And look, they pushing it all the way to the letter because now these company, Anthem Insurance, even though it's not United Healthcare, the lady that was on the phone with her reported it. Now they got a CEO too. So what they gonna do? Push it all away because they're gonna try to quell this. She's facing up to 15 years. You seen the second story, the guy like, oh, they need to push this and go to trial real quick. Do I think anything's going to happen? No, but they're going to give her scare tactics. She's going to go through the system a little bit, staying in jail for a little while, and all this other stuff to scare the hell out of her. Then after a while, they might give her probation or something like this. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to make her sit and think about what she did. I can guarantee you. That's just the way the justice system works as far as they know she's not a threat, but they're going to treat her like she's a threat, psychologically tell her, you do this shit again, it'll be way worse because we can lock your ass up right now for 15 years plus. So she got a $100,000 bond. Gets 10,000, get her out. But either way, man, I mean, come on. Then another thing is, before we get out of here, said people are getting up and making GoFundMes right now for this woman because Luigi Mangione, people trying to throw money at him because of the cause. They stand by what he said. I mean, what he did. So people out there making fake GoFundMes, acting like they the family of Brianna Boston and trying to get donations. You see the sickness in the minds of people out here now? Anybody would do anything shiesty where they could jump in and make a quick buck off of somebody using something that they've done as sympathy on the public people just to see if they can snatch some money real quick, jump in and jump out before anything is known. Some trifling people out here. A lot of dishonest people. And this woman right here is a dumbass. She is. What she did was stupid, and she should have known it. Now it's in a whole bit of mess, but I don't think anything gonna happen to her. Be honest with you. They gonna hold her for a little bit, let her go through the system a little bit, and then say, you know what, don't do it again. The fuck out. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That was incredibly stupid what she did. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think's gonna happen to this woman. I think they're gonna let her walk, but they're gonna hold her for a while, just to let her know how serious it is about threatening people. See you next video. Take care.